Can I say, boom, there goes the dynamite? Bears fans, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? General Manager Ryan Poles pulled off a huge, huge trade with the Los Angeles Chargers, bringing in top 10, potentially top 5 level receiver Keenan Allen to the Chicago Bears for a 4th-round draft pick. Let that sink in for a little bit. All right. I hear a little bit of thinking. I can feel the silence going on. And let me drop a nugget for you. The Bears have 2 wide receivers who had over 1,000 yards for the regular season. 2, which, if my memory serves me correct, has never happened in my lifetime. It's not happened in my lifetime. And I'm pretty doggone old. I'm almost certain that it's not happened prior to my time. In fact, I know that it's not happened in my prior time. So if you're a Bears fan right now, you should be happy. You should be rejoicing. Keenan Allen is a Chicago Bear thanks to Ryan Poles. And guess what? It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. I'm a Justin Fields fan. I'm pro Justin Fields. I wish that the Bears would keep Justin Fields and trade the number 1 overall pick. That's me. That's my opinion. But honestly, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Justin Fields or Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels, it doesn't matter. Because there are 2 top 10, top 13 wide receivers now starting for the Chicago Bears at wide receiver. And not only that, the signing of DeAndre Swift, you now have a top 7 running back. And Gerald Everett, who has been a number 1 tight end throughout his career, to go along with Cole Kmet. Guess what? The Bears have told the NFL, have told the NFC North what time it is. The Bears are telling everybody, and Ryan Poles is telling everybody, they are ready to take the NFC North. That's what time it is. The Bears are coming for the NFC North. This move signals that the Bears are serious about not only competing for a playoff spot, but they're serious about contending for the division and quite possibly the whole enchilada, which is interesting because the last time that the Bears were in the Super Bowl, they were demolished. They were demolished, unfortunately, by the Indianapolis Colts. But this particular Bears team, if things go right, and I've told people that I know, I told people who I'm close to, who I discuss sports with, if they do certain things, the league needs a new face for the NFL. They need a new face. You have Kansas City. What makes the league interesting is for Kansas City to have a nemesis. It's kind of like New England and the Indianapolis Colts. Brady versus Manning. Hall of Fame all-time great quarterback versus Hall of Fame all-time great quarterback. In order to have great success and to put eyeballs on the TV screen in the league, rivalries matter. Teams who are great matter. Think about the ratings, and I hate to talk about ratings, but think about the ratings when the Chiefs and the Bills play. You'll have people who are Josh Allen fans who want to see Josh Allen beat and get over the hump against Patrick Mahomes. That's natural. But those are pretty much two teams who play in the same conference. So interconference teams. What makes the league even more interesting is when you have two teams who can rival each other, can kind of match each other in separate conferences. I'm an NBA fan. I don't know if you all are NBA fans. Whoever's an NBA fan, talk to me. Holler at me. Put some information in the comments. But what made the NBA great, especially in the 80s, yeah, I'm aging myself. In the 80s, it was Lakers versus Celtics. I told a few people who are willing to listen that the Bears are quietly positioning themselves to be the Kansas City Chiefs of the NFC. Quietly. And it wouldn't matter who the quarterback is. I know that there's some controversy or there's some discussion in regards to what the Bears should do. Like I said, I am a Justin Fields fan. Nothing against Caleb Williams. I'm a Justin Fields fan, and I think with Justin Fields, with Keenan Allen and DJ Moore and DeAndre Swift, and Cole Kmet and Gerald Everett, and an improved offensive line, I think that they are built for contention. And it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. They are building for contention. And not just for today. They are built for contention for the next few years. Because outside of Keenan Allen, who's 31, outside of him, pretty much everyone else is in their mid to late 20s. So they are building for sustained success, much like the Kansas City Chiefs. One of the things that I talked about was that the NFL needs faces, not one face for the league, but faces for the league. Everyone points to the Dallas Cowboys. You either love them or you hate them. For a while, with Tom Brady at the helm, you either loved the Patriots or you hated the Patriots. And once he moved on to Tampa Bay, you either loved the Buccaneers or you hated the Buccaneers. But it was more about Tom Brady and not about the team. Excuse me. I have that strange suspicion that the Bears are trying to build themselves up to be the next perennial contender. And this move for Keenan Allen, a wide receiver who has multiple targets, a very sure-handed wide receiver, more than 100 catches, and perennially over 1,000 yards every season. Not every season, but you know what I mean. He is a perennial contender for 1,000-yard seasons as a wide receiver, which makes him one of the best 13 receivers. The Bears making this move and only giving up a fourth-round pick, which to some people may signify a lot, because I know that there are people who hold on to the draft picks. They hoard the draft picks. You know, they wish, the Bears or the Packers or the Browns or the Steelers, they don't have the draft capital. If the draft capital turns into a perennial all-pro, who cares? Who gives a damn? As long as the pieces mesh, as long as everything fits. And what I see right now, what I see Ryan Post building is not only success for next season, but sustained success. Now, I must say that Keenan Allen is only signed up until the end of this upcoming season. So he'll be a free agent unless the Bears sign him to an extension. But the Bears were smart because they were looking at the Chargers. They recognized the fact that the Chargers were in salary cap hell. And they also recognized the fact that they had over $55 billion in cap space. And they were like, you're trying to get rid of a future Hall of Famer? Let me get in on that. Matter of fact, we'll take him off your hands. What would it take? Oh, that's it? A fourth round pick? That's it? Really? Sure. Why the hell not? We'll do that. And now they put themselves in a position to compete, not only in the NFC North, but in the NFC in general. Looking at the landscape with free agency starting, the tampering period starting on Monday, free agency starting in earnest on Wednesday. Looking at the landscape, not a lot of teams greatly improved themselves prior to this move. Now you saw Calvin Ridley moving on to the Tennessee Titans. I know that the 49ers quietly made a couple of moves here and there. There were other teams who made a couple of moves here and there. Josh Jacobs ended up with Green Bay. That's going to be interesting because I honestly think he's an upgrade over Josh Jacobs. I mean, not Josh Jacobs. He's an upgrade over Aaron Jones. So that's going to be interesting there. But I kind of see the pendulum shifting a little bit. I sense that Ryan Poles feels as if it's his time. I think that for once, the football geniuses are deciding to go for the Bears and say, may you have sustained success, and we will line all these different things in a row for you. Thus far, the moves that the Bears have made, there have been a lot of pieces put in place for depth purposes. You have a safety here, you have an offensive lineman there. And I'm not minimalizing those moves. Jonathan Owens should be a great contributor to the Bears. Kevin Byard, a sure tackler who would be replacing Eddie Jackson, that's a great addition to the Bears. Joe Everett, who was the number one receiver, the number one tight end for the Rams, that's a great signing. Brett Ribbon, probably an underrated signing because for once there is a veteran quarterback who's not looking per se to take over the starting job, but more willing to teach and be a voice in the quarterback's room. Like that's an overlooked signing when it shouldn't be. Something that a lot of people don't understand. The Ryan Bates trade, where there is a center now. If you're a Bears fan, you have the same frustration that I had, where the center to quarterback exchange was just like hot garbage. The shotgun snap was just hot garbage on many occasions. So there are certain things that have been improved, but a lot of the moves that Ryan Poles have made, just in general with this team during this time period, have been depth pieces. And folks were waiting. They were waiting for the dynamite, and now we've gotten dynamite. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's more to come. Danielle Hunter is still there. There are other players that are still there, still available. Is there more to come? I would just say this. It's a damn interesting time to be a Bears fan. And thank you for being a Bears fan like I am.